alteration or anything, but you need to show that side. Like, if you have a totally white snake, we know that can't be released. Or an albino animal or something like that. Most of us do our research. I mean, this is a really good letter if you don't feel like writing all those individual letters. Really great letter. You can even include some of your own things. Double check your letters, your sentences and all that before you send it. Print in each individual copy of this. Make sure their address isn't here on the bottom. Like, take that off. Like, save the original copy. Make another copy and, you know, get rid of this. Sign it with your own signature. Then send off your 21, 22 copies to each individual person. Because if this gets past the committee into the House of Representatives or to the Senate, you want to make sure, you want to make absolutely sure this does not become law. So you contact your senators, your representatives, you contact them as fast as possible. And then you say, this isn't right, none of this is right, because none of them want to be responsible for extincting an animal. That is the last thing they ever want to see. I know there's no HR669.com. That's an email. Do it. You know, it may get through to some. It may, and they may read it, you know. But paper speaks louder than emails. Because, you know, the spam file may recognize that as a spam, and then it just gets deleted. But, I mean, if they're taking in the giant mail bags of just this type of letter, just saying no on HR 669, we've gotten our message through. They're getting, I mean, with all those people writing in and saying, please don't do this, don't do this. Even if you're not voting age, do it. Because ultimately, even if you can't vote, it's still a voice saying no. Yeah, it may not count as much, but it's still a letter they're getting, you know, still 22 letters they're getting in, you know, 23, 24, however many you want to write. If you live in California, you want to write to, you know, 53 representatives, do it. Power to you. You got that kind of money and time, go for it. Make sure you list how important it is. Like, in Oklahoma, we have Bob Clark and Mike Wilbanks, two of the big boys in the python industry. They bring in a lot of money every year without really having to try. And it's a pretty surefire way that we're going to get that money every year. And you put that in there, like, this makes Oklahoma very famous around the world because these are the big guys of the world. We're going to lose all this money because of stupidity. And you know, explain how much money they've invested and how they stayed here in the United States. They haven't run off to another country or anything. They're staying in the state. You can do that. You have the manufacturers, like, say you live where ZooMed is or Ecoterra. Tell them this will be a ripple effect all over the world. It's not going to be right. Like, let's face it, ZooMed and Ecoterra are very big names in the product industry. You throw that in there. You know, you're a small animal person, and you know a big time breeder that lives in your state. Put that in there. Tell people. I took my lizard out. Told people about the ban. They were very upset to know that they would take away an animal that was my pet. It was not a dangerous animal. It didn't hurt anybody. It wasn't just flying out everywhere biting people. They actually enjoyed him because he was so pretty. The comments I got was just he was amazingly beautiful. And for most people, that was the first lizard they'd ever petted. They couldn't believe he wasn't slimy or gross or anything. I mean, he'd go to sleep as they petted him. He didn't care. You know, little kids came up and touched him. it was a great day for him. And a lot of people learned something there. They wouldn't be able to do that if that animal couldn't be there.